Hi all and welcome to this feature showcase, where I will be demoing how producers and consumers can collaborate on a streaming platform like Apache Kafka using actual self-service solution and Avro schemas. When producers and consumers interact through a Kafka topic, for instance when the producer sends particular events, they can choose to do so using an Avro schema to describe the particular payload of the events that go on the topic. The schema holds the topic metadata, or in other words, the fields that are present in the topic messages. The typical flow looks as follows. The developer uploads the schema and applies it to the topic, and bundles the schema with the producing app. Assuming the topic is there and the schema has been applied successfully, the requirements are met for the producing app and it can be started to send events to Kafka. The developer on the consumer side can easily find the schema for the particular topic using self-service and download the schema and bundle it in the consuming app. This way both parties can make sure they are using the same schema and the consumer app can be started as well. Step 1 is to upload the Avro schema. In this example, I'm going to upload the application incident event schema, which my producer app can use to send application incident events to Kafka. Here you can see the schema, which is being used throughout the demo. First, I'm going to log in to the self-service interface. Then I go to the upload option where I can upload my schema. I browse for the file, in this case application incident event. I enter a description and, more importantly, the version of the schema. In this case I'm selecting 100. In step 2, I'm going to create a topic that uses this schema. To the Streams option in the menu and I click New Stream. Application Incidents is the name of my stream. A little description here. The owner is Demo's team in this case. And as the key type and value type, I select Avro. The application schema is used for the key, and for the value, of course, it's the application incident event schema that I've uploaded just before. Then I click Create Stream. Second step is to make the stream available in the example environment. I click Configure. I define a retention time, in this case 1 day, and I select the key and value schema versions. And you can see that version 100 is available here. Number of partitions, I will just do 4 for now. Alright, this looks good. The key and value schema have been selected for the stream in this environment, both 100. What you can see on the left and the right, there are no applications that have permissions to produce or consume to the stream. So what I'm going to do next is make sure that the application incident reporter app has produce access to send events to this particular topic. I go to the apps. Here you see that there are 2 apps I have defined before. We go to the reporter. We click add request for produce access to the application incidents topic on environment example. And I click request approval. And there you go. The app has received approval. This is done automatically because this is just a demo. In step 3, which I have already prepared, I'm going to start a producer app which is using the schema I've just uploaded and configured for the topic. Alright, so I've opened up my IDE with the incident reporter project. You can see here on the left there is the incident reporter producer app. It's a simple Spring Boot app that basically initializes a producer, connects to the application incidents topic to send events there that it generates automatically. What you can see here, down here, is the configuration of the client, the application ID, incident.reporter, a version, endpoint, and of course the environment. Last but not least, SSL configuration, so that the client can connect to Kafka securely and we can authorize the producer app. What you can see here on your left is the schema that I have just uploaded through self-service. So I'm using the same schema here as I have just uploaded. And what is nice here in the project, there's a Maven plugin that takes care of translating this schema to a POJO that you can use in your Java classes. Alright, I'm going to open up the terminal here. And I'm going to start the app and see if events are going to be produced successfully. And the producer is being configured. And after a couple of seconds, we should see some messages being produced. And there you go. Produce an application incident event on topic, application incidents, partition 0 offset 14, 15, 16. In step 4, I'm going to find the topic and download the schema for my consumer app. So I go back to streams, the application incident stream, and I click the value schema version label here to show the schema for this particular version. There you go. This is the schema that I need. And I'm going to click download to put it in the consumer app. There you go. I'm going to find my project. And this is the alerter, the schemas folder. I save the file. And that's it. But of course, I'm not entirely done. I also need to make sure that the consumer can connect to this topic and retrieve messages from the application incident stream. So I'm going to close this window. I'm going to go to the other app, which is the incident alerter. And I'm going to request consume access to the same topic. Alright, this all looks good. Let's continue with the app. In the last step, I'm going to start the consumer app, which is now using the schema I have just downloaded. So I'm back in my IDE. Now I have a consumer app, of course, the incident alerter app. This is pretty similar to the other app. It consumes from the same stream and it has some SSL configuration to connect securely to Kafka. What you can see here, of course, is the schema that I have just downloaded. You can see in the file name here, it uses the namespace .schema name -version.avsc. So if everything is configured correctly, I should be able to start my consumer. I go to the incident alerter directory and do a maven clean package spring boot run. So it will compile the app and it will also generate POJOs for the schema that I've bundled with my app and start the consumer. Subscribing to topics. And there you have it. The events are being consumed. First you see that it catches up. There are a lot of events waiting already, but right now they are being consumed with 1 message per second. This all looks good. In this showcase you have learned how producers and consumers can collaborate on a streaming platform like Apache Kafka using Avro schemas. Do you want to learn more? You can request a trial at https://actual.com/trial, read our online documentation, or check out the rest of the 2021.2 release blog. Until next time.